Hello everyone, and good morning from Leicester. Today's forecast, cold. Tomorrow's forecast, also cold. But hey, that's just life in the UK. I'm Harnoor, a Canadian Law LLB student at the University of Leicester. And despite the never-ending chill in this country, surprisingly, the city has literally stolen my heart. So bundle up, grab your hot cup of tea, and join me on a little adventure as I take you through my life as an international student in Leicester. Let's go. Starting off strong, taking care of your physical and mental health is key to surviving this country. For most of the months that I remain here, it's absolutely freezing and it gets dark by 4:30 or 5 p.m, so morning runs are key. I like to keep track of my runs on my watch, and Newark is a great place to run. Most of the time, I go through Upper Newark towards Victoria Park because there's a designated path to run, but Lower Newark is a great alternative. One thing to keep in mind is to always look both ways when walking on the road, as it's a bit of a norm here to not wait for the green man to cross, and trust me, you'll find yourself not wanting to wait for the green man all the time, especially when you hit snooze 50 times in the morning. Victoria Park is one of the cleanest and most beautiful parks that I've seen in Leicester, and it's very well maintained. There are a lot of trees planted everywhere, which makes your run even easier. Oftentimes, you'll see a lot of people in the park exercising and walking and running, which just shows what a strong community Leicester is and how they really show up when the sun comes out. There will always be someone to help you. In the video here, you can see that this is one of the entrances to Victoria Park, but there are multiple all around the city. Coming to key tip number 1 of survival is to grab yourself a good pair of running shoes and get out of your flat. Take breaks and don't forget to slow down your day and take everything step by step. Those few moments will bring change and help bring clarity in whatever you are seeking. Really appreciate the wildlife and take those extra few minutes to be grateful for the opportunities that you've been given. Key tip 2 is to be kind to everyone you meet. It might seem like a small thing, but kindness can truly make a huge difference in your university experience. You never know who you'll encounter, and that one small act of kindness could end up making a lasting impression. Whether it's just a friendly hello to a classmate, offering help to someone in need, or just being approachable to your professors, kindness helps you build positive relationships. These connections can turn into opportunities. I'd highly recommend in getting involved in sports or any physical activity at the university. College life can be stressful, and it's so important to have an outlet where you can clear your mind and take a break from the books. After my run, I usually throw in a few layers and start my walk to school. Carrying your laptop can get pretty exhausting, so a good backpack is a must. The weather can be super unpredictable, so don't forget to pack an umbrella. It'll save you. As you walk towards campus, you'll notice there are multiple entrances to Victoria Park, so you'll definitely get your steps in. All the buildings on campus are connected through University Road, so it's really easy to navigate. If you ever find yourself struggling to find your classes or tutorials, don't be afraid to ask for directions. Seriously, think about it. If you don't ask, you won't know. So make the most of it. Push yourself and step out of your comfort zone. Key tip 3 would be scanning your card on the black readers for both lectures and tutorials for attendance. Scan times are 10 minutes before class and 10 minutes after, so you have a 20-minute gap to scan, especially for visa requirements and your overall success. After class, I typically head to either the Law Library or the David Wilson Library, depending on what I need for the day. The Law Library, while primarily reserved for law students, is open to everyone, which is great because it's one of my favorite spots on campus. It's not just a place to study, it's an experience in itself. The building itself is absolutely stunning, with its old world charm and intricate details that make you feel like you're studying in a place rich with history. Every time I step into that library, I'm reminded of how much I value this unique experience. There's a palpable energy in the air, a feeling that you're standing in a place where many great minds have spent countless hours studying and learning. It's not just about the books, it's about the whole ambience that makes it feel so special. On the flip side, the David Wilson Library is massive, with 5 floors, a cafe, and plenty of study rooms you can book for a quieter space. Don't forget to bring your student card with you for access. After a focused study session, I usually grab a sandwich from Freeman's Cafe and then go to the Freeman's Cottage study rooms and just hang out with my friends for a bit. It's a great way to unwind and recharge before heading back to more work. When I have some free time, I like to escape the flat and head into the city centre. The walk is simple and refreshing, starting by heading down London Road, where you'll pass by a variety of shops and cafes. It's a nice straightforward route that helps clear my mind. Alternatively, you can also take Lower New Walk and turn right, which will also lead you directly to the city centre. As most of Leicester's roads are well connected to walking and bike paths, as you continue down London Road, you'll come across Leicester's train station. It's huge, but pretty easy to navigate. All you have to do is just check the boards for the train schedules if you need to catch a ride. Whether it's just window shopping or grabbing a coffee in the city, it's always such a nice change of scenery and a really good way to spend a bit of downtime. I would then come to key tip number 4. This is always keeping an open mind and not expecting to learn everything in one day. Really look for street signs, crosswalks, and be aware of your surroundings when walking, since phone snatching has definitely become a popular hobby amongst people today, and we do not want that happening. As I continue in the city centre, I'll usually end up at Primark, since their affordable prices for clothes, jewelry, and makeup are awesome for students. I'm not sponsored by them, by the way. As I dig through the store, I'll eventually find something I like, make it to the checkout, and secure the bag. Another feature of the city centre is Tim Hortons, which all my Canadians know for a fact that it's part of our DNA at this point. The Leicester Clock Tower is also a known landmark and was originally built as a solution to traffic congestion on the site of the town's former hay and straw market in 1868. I'll usually start by popping into Lush, hit up the bank, and then just keep walking around and exploring. It's always nice to wander and check out the shops. At some point, I'll always end up getting some boba. If you're looking for recommendations, my absolute favorite is a mango green tea with black pearls. Definitely try it if you haven't already. Coming to key tip number 5, always stay hydrated. The weather here can really throw you off, so it's important to keep water on hand throughout the day. And if you're ever visiting Leicester, I highly recommend staying at the Premier Inn. It's super convenient and the rooms are really comfortable. Oh, and when it comes to food, there's always one spot I find myself going back to again and again, Amigos. Their chicken shawarma box meal is to die for. Again, not sponsored, by the way. Key tip number 6 is nutrition. Walking to Morrison's for groceries and then Ubering back to your comm is cost effective and awesome, so you don't have to haul heavy bags of grocery back to your flat. You might even occasionally see a robot vacuuming the floor through the store, and you'll find yourself smiling at the most randomest things, and honestly, that's what it's all about. Key tip number 7 would be traveling and visiting new places as much as possible. Trying new things will keep you from getting bored and feeling homesick. Here you will see the St. Margaret's bus station. The main bus that I use to get out of Leicester, whether it's to the airport, London, or Notting Hill, where I'm going, is the National Express. This bus can be booked through Trainline or the National Express website. The bus does have a washroom in the back in case of emergencies, so don't worry about that and just enjoy your ride. This particular day, I went to Notting Hill with my friend to take a look at the market on Portobello Road. We eventually ended up arriving at Victoria Station and navigating the underground to get where we needed to go. I honestly thought we were going to get lost, but my friend and I ended up asking a lot of questions to the service people, and they were a great help. Coming to key tip number 8 would be planning your transportation in advance. London has an extensive public transport system. It's easy to get lost. This includes the tube, subway, buses, and trains, so I would highly recommend getting an Oyster card or using contactless payment like your debit or credit card to save on fares. I would say avoid peak hours if possible to dodge the rush hour crowds. The markets on Notting Hill were never ending, but it was definitely worthwhile. We ended up getting chocolate strawberries, rings, watches, and tons of food and souvenirs. Eventually, we started walking back to the subway station and waited for our coach bus at Victoria Station. The journey was super long, but definitely worth it. The stories you make while traveling stay with you forever, providing moments that you'll cherish forever. Another event that happens every year is Law Ball. This year it was held in the city center and it really brought everyone together. I highly recommend going and just having a wonderful night. Life is 10 times better as a law student. Thank you so much for watching my video. I really hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. And if you're thinking about studying abroad, trust me, it's 100% worth it. Till next time, bye-bye!